Good evening, viewers and listeners, and welcome to another edition of Serving the People with me, your host, Anissa Batiste, Senator for the New Democratic Party. Let me remind you that if you wish to contact me at this program, you may call me at telephone number 528-1015, that's 528-1015, or you may send an email to servingthepeople.ab@gmail.com. I'll repeat this information at the end of the program for your assistance. Now, in this evening's edition of the program, we have two segments. In our first segment, we take a look at some footage taken at the Madame Louis playing field in Bel Air of West St. George, where we had the opening of the 2012 KFC Primary Schools 2020 cricket competition. Take a look at this footage.
To the rest of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that they will know exactly what is happening in West St. George. Thank you. I'm sorry, I have the Bank of Nova Scotia, Oscar Machine Center, Sindale Enterprises, Computech, the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Mr. Tyrone Jam, Carl Monroe and Standard Shippers, Riverview Restaurants and Bars. All these persons would have made contribution to ensure today's success.
National and Private Association, they have been here and they have been doing a great job, and we look forward to their contribution. We speak about rock attainments and rock this evening. But right about now, we're going to have to do the recording after now. In the meantime, we have from the hill, SPG. International Bank, Zion Hill. We have Coach Bank. Followed by the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Extras. Methodist School. Alright, so to make it way off now, Bellman, teachers for Zion Hill. Followed by the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Sporting Sports Dealer Government. But not least, Arnell Grace. This one is ball. My goodness, from Deland and Bowlers. That was Jaheim Waters, the second ball.
Running away from us now to bowl to Graves. He bowls now. And this time it's wide down the leg side. A delivery pitch non-striker. Walters ball. And that's a good delivery again. The batsman having no room, slashing out at the ball, peeling off the outside edge, running into a backward point region. The field. Very good leg spinner. So Walters it is, ball. I know him as Sri Lankan. This time down the leg side, Sri Lankan swing, misses the ball. So far, Walters ball. This time outside the awesome Sri Lankan on his back foot, punching it.
Set in the field. Devin balls outside the stump. This one beats the keeper. Well, some eagerness coming from Walters because the keeper was right there with the ball. But Walters apparently came too close, it would appear. And the run out was not effective. So Sri Lankan is here. Third man can move. And Woods would go down again. The Belay pace bowlers are very tall, I must say, in the other direction, very short. Not like the other pace bowlers that we have seen, but to defend. Woods hustling through his overs. Here he is again. 1, 2, 3. And the 75 also.
Over is in progress now, it's about to be bowled. And Ranjit is the bowler, very diminishing little player. And he will be bowling to Graves. I know him as the Sri Lankan, right? So it would be John to bowl to the Sri Lankan. And Curtis said he looks surely like one.
Graves, no running that one. Oh my goodness, the fielder has overthrown the ball, but the batsman, okay, again, John bowls. Sri Lanka plays a nice hit. Back shot there, guided through backward point, one, and that's all. A strong throw coming, beautiful throw, right over the. But here's John, very diminutive player, but looks like he knows what he is about. Up ball, good ball, beautiful ball. There's an appeal, but the bowler celebrating. Oh my goodness. Now John looks like a very busy player. And he has all the action there as a big time spin bowler. Beats the batsman. Jawanza is the next well-seasoned player. Small, but believe me, full of antics into the game. He's going to bowl now to Grace. Up, my goodness, Grace has a mighty hit. Yes, down to Mandela. Feels cleanly. Fortunate. And trust me, Grace look like a well-set batsman. Woods bowl, flighted. He's trying to turn this one down the leg side. Miss on it. Here's Woods, up to the wicket. Bowls to Grace, flighted now. Outside the arm stop. He's sitting on his back. Straight back pass, go to 4 runs. Great shot by Graves there.
Yeah, well, that was a fine shot by Graves.
Sorry for the loss of 1 wicket. Dorset taken 1st strike in this match. This is over number 4.
Being bowled this playing field, Madam Louis. And who is it bowling there now? That's some good delivery. The batsman, Dominic Johnny, was informed that it touched the pad of the batsman. The batsman, without what a good attempt here by Mandela. A good attempt at a catch man to force it through the cover region. It lobbing up. Again, this time he gets into the record and pull it to square leg for 4. But he would be advised to keep the ball, straight. Again, this time outside the outside.
Managing Director of Love Enterprises is somewhere in the crowd. Don't forget to sponsor the Dorset Trail Government School. And Lincoln himself is a former national player, and he is still trying to bowl out people's wickets. Well, it seems like Grace, young Grace, would have to use a ruler, but it looked like 14.5, so I guess we allow that one, 14.5. Yes. You have to have 15. Not in 15. Well, don't blame me, I'm not a maths teacher. Yes. Alright, just look like it's going down to the wrong field corner. He's going to stop it? No. He did? Yes. It's 4. He did not defect the chip. Okay?
Why you take that guy bowling, right?
16 for no loss. Well, that one looked like 15 and a half. Overs come to an end. That is over number 3. Left-handed bowling. Up bowl. Outside the house stop. Umpire signals a white. So it's now 18 for no loss. And this one look like it is over by the top.
Well, certainly, I always thought that 20 was going to be enough, and it's a big white. Bile has won this one run to get, sorry. 1 run to get, so let's see what will happen. In terms of big action, this nicely played, whipping that one off the toes, and the Scamager was saying, but there is a good, yes, he made it, so that's the end of it now. Bile has won this competition. When we talk about the action, sometimes you never see that up. Yeah, Bile has won this one very easily in the third over. Bile making light work of Dorchester Hill. So congratulations to Bile coming up winners in this semi-final. We have it now the matchup. Big. Yeah, I am not backing any team. Best team win here this evening. This is a big shot down the ground thing, and the fielder is coming down. Welcome, didn't get a good connection on that one. The fielder is coming around and feeling, and they go to for 1-1. So is it Payne, the striker? At this time, I'm not backing anybody. I am just supporting good cricket here. Walters, ball. It's outside the house up, the batsman missing the ball, beating the keeper, and they go to for 1 stump. This young little player is. Look at him run up. Look at the run up. Look at the hands. Close to the body, pumping, moving.
The Andrew seems to know a lot about this game. It's a run play. So it's run play. Okay. Run play shot. And the balls are now being returned. And Ranjay now is going to bowl. That's good. Ranjay now to bowl to welcome. And let's see what is going to Alright, Ranjay, John again. To bowl to welcome. He has changed. Yes, here he comes again. This time around the wicket. Ball to Chandler down the leg side. It is going for 4. Yes, 4 bites, 4 rights. And now all of a sudden, the Belair bowlers look a little bit raggedy. Put up this ball in 3 overs. Ready to you. Let's see. This one, yes, it's going to be caught. No! Let us see. Yeah, boy, ready to rumble. Let's go. Okay, we have pace bowler this morning. It looks like Woods. Woods and Walters, welcome. Boom. And Woods is playing this one. Oh my goodness, Peter stop. Welcome from the southern end. Up. Both Walters. That one way. It going down to third man. We'll stop there. Now encourage me. But that was 4 from the inside edge. And by the way, 7 for Nula. Up board. And good hit there by Walters, but was not light is fading. But batsmen are playing their shots. And After we go to the arm, getting those elbows in their approved position so that we will not so many balls. Okay.
So a setback here.
Ball to Mandela King. Up ball down the leg side, Mandela swings. Balls. Mandela went for swipe, misses again. Final over, 18 runs required. This is 3 now.
The ball is over, so?
1.
The ball is over.
Ball gets up ball. No.
You have put up a very good show this evening, and how happy we are to see primary school cricket back. And we really thank the umpires for doing a good job this evening. All the pavilion, the road, full, thousands of people.
This is Senator Batiste for serving the people reporting from the Madam Cricket playing field, which was open today, and the 2012 KFC Primary School 2020 cricket competition was launched here. We saw matches played by the Belair Government School versus the Gombe Primary School Government. We also saw the Belair Government School played versus the Dorset Hill Primary School, and it was a very exciting evening. Persons were from the communities were out here, children played, they had fun, and we hope that this kind of activity would encourage youth to be involved in these kind of events and not violence and crime. So all the best to the teams, the best teams win, and wish you all the best.
Next week Saturday and Sunday. Those who got go to the trail, go to matches will be played up there also safely. All the best. So over to you now, DJ.
Yes, my dear friends, we had 4 primary schools, that should be 5 primary schools participating in this competition, which was opened on Sunday gone. The Belair Primary School, the Gombe Methodist Primary School, the Belmont Primary School, Dorsetshire Hill Primary, and the Sandhill Government School in East Kingstown. We saw, while we were there, that Serving the People's team, we saw matches between the Belair Government and Dorsetshire Hill Primary, and Belair won that match. Congrats to you. We also saw a match between the Gombe Methodist Primary School and the Belair Government School, in which case the Gombe School won. And congratulations to you as well. We noted that there were also a few female players on these teams, and we noted that the students were really excited about what they were doing. They seemed to be enjoying themselves much in playing their cricket, and they had a lot of support from their teachers and principals and coaches and so on. I want to say a special hello to Shaquem Graves, who I was particularly excited to see, because not so long ago he was really going through a lot of turmoil over the fact that his father, Gilbert Graves, had been hospitalized after an attack which left him with the loss of one eye. He lost one of his eyes, and he also was in a critical condition where we were concerned that he would have needed surgery for the removal of blood clots in his brain. And I know that this youngster took it really hard. I read a letter here for you from him. But it was good to see him in a lighter mood there at that cricket match, and I interacted with him a little bit, and I just want to say a special hello to him and to all the students who participated. And to wish you all a healthy, safe, incident-free competition throughout, and that you would not get involved in any sort of fights or anything. I know in competitions there tends to be little bickerings, who won, who lost. But I'd rather you be doing that than to be involved in crime and violent activities. And I just want you to recognize that at the end of the day, we all have to work together as a community to make things better for us all. Okay, and we go straight to our second segment. Now, in our second segment, we want to talk a bit about the circumstances of certain persons which have been brought to our attention, and we want to give support to helping them lift their burdens. And before I talk to you about these things, I'd like to say a short word of prayer. O loving Father who art in heaven, I bow before you, thanking you for this opportunity to speak to the people through this broadcast. I ask of thee, dear Lord, that you would help us as a people, as a country, to have love in our hearts one toward another. Help us to be compassionate, kind, and merciful unto one another, helping one another where we can, being sacrificial where we can for the help of others. Because we know, dear Lord, that this is your will for humanity, that we would love you and love one another. These mercies I ask of thee. In Jesus' name I pray with thanksgiving. Amen. Now, I want to talk to you about a particular case that I became aware of in recent times and a need which exists. I speak of the plight of one Miss Rosalie Roberts and her family of Trumaca. You may have heard the story or even read about it and seen pictures in the newspapers about this lady who was a victim of a domestic dispute which left her with chopped wounds. Not just her, but also one of her daughters. And furthermore, the perpetrator burned the house, and he took his life as far as we understand. Now, Miss Roberts has really been meeting it hard since that time. She pretty much, and her children, are homeless. They lost their house in the fire. And she has 2 young college students, young girls, and it's really been hard for them going from house to house, as it were, to find lodging. She has appealed to the relevant authorities for assistance, and one of the things she has been asked to do is to find a place for rent at $300 per month. I know that may sound difficult and even impossible, but I'm simply asking you who are listening and looking at me this evening, if you know of anyone who may have a place for rent at that price, $300, or who's willing to offer a place for rent at that price to Miss Roberts and her daughters, please call me at telephone 528, that's telephone number 528-1015. I really would like to see her and her daughters be in a more permanent situation where housing is concerned, because it's very difficult for them. I've spoken to Rosalie myself. I've seen her. She has shown me her scars. She's still doing therapy. She cannot walk properly. She cannot use her hands as she used to before to work. And I know that that is really bothering her, because she's not the kind of person, as she would tell me, to depend on others. But I know that she's trying, and I'm trying to help her by seeing if we can find housing for her. So I'm asking you, please, if you know of anyone who has a place to rent for $300 a month, who's willing to ease their burdens a bit by giving them a more permanent situation where housing is concerned, call 528-1015 so we can know about it and pursue it. Also, I want to talk to you about the situation of a couple from Evesham, the Davises, parents of Mr. Lester Davis, who were robbed and attacked by shooting at their home in Evesham a few years ago. And this couple had to seek medical attention. And they're still pursuing this medical attention, and it has a cost attached to it. Church community, Sister Shirley Brown and church family of the Streams of Power Church in Carre have decided to put on a gospel concert to raise funds to support the medical needs of the Davises. And so they'll be having this concert on Friday in Lacroix, at the boxing plant in Lacroix, at 7 p.m. And they've asked me to let the public know so that they can come out to support these dear elderly citizens of our soil. That's Friday, 7 p.m. That's day after tomorrow, after you see this program, Friday, 7 p.m. at the Lacqua boxing plant, and the proceeds go to helping these two elderly persons recover from the wounds that they suffered at that terrible shooting and robbery incident a few years ago. And finally, and certainly not least, I'd like to ask your support, those of you who are minded to support, of Mr. Eduardo Lynch, that's E.G. Lynch, talk show host for the New Times program of the New Democratic Party, our political brother, as it were. And you know, he has been having problems with his eyesight. We have been duly informed that he's losing his sight and he would like to pursue eye surgery, medical attention internationally. And so those of you who can support him, you're advised that an account has been set up at the Scotia Bank, or Bank of Nova Scotia. The account number is 5069179. That's 5069179, and that's at Scotia Bank locally. Those of you who wish to support, you may deposit your monies there. If you also wish to get on to Mr. Lynch, I don't have his number right here on hand, but you can call me 528-1015 and I will communicate the information to you. Please, if you can help him, help him. This brings us to the end of our program. We're happy we would have been able to bring it to you. Remember that if you wish to contact me, you may send an email to servingthepeople.ab@gmail.com. That's servingthepeople.ab@gmail.com. Or you may telephone me at telephone number 528-1015. That's 528-1015. Remember, we are here for you. We love you very much, and we hope that we as a people could draw closer and learn to be more compassionate and empathize with one another, because you never know when it could be you or some family member of yours. So let's not be cold-hearted, let's not be indifferent, let's not be insensitive, but let us feel for one another and reach out to one another and serve one another. Until our next program, I'm your host, Senator Anissa Batiste for the New Democratic Party. God bless you. Bye-bye.